I had a boss who almost broke me. She took everything from me, my confidence, my peace, my sense of self. And for a while, I let her. This is my story. I was bright eyed, idealistic, and honestly, I was just desperate to prove myself. I'd landed what I thought was a dream job with a mission driven organization. Great pay, solid benefits. This was the kind of place that people stayed at forever. And my new boss, let's call her Jane. Jane had this aura, power heels, tailored blazers, designer bags. This was the kind of woman that you assume has it all together. I looked at her and I thought, I want to be just like her someday. No, no, I don't. Because behind that polished image, Jane was a nightmare. Looking back now, the red flags were everywhere, but I ignored every single one of them because I thought that hustle meant pain. I thought this is just what it feels like to be successful. And ultimately, I just thought things would get better. Jane printed my emails, every single one, and she marked them up and stashed them in a folder with my name on it. And every quarter during our one-on-ones, she'd drag out that folder and we would review each and every email line by painful line. Monthly staff meetings were 8 hours long. 8 hours. She'd read that 28-page agenda word for word while the rest of us sat there trapped in purgatory. And then there were the texts and the calls and the emails at all hours. Jane had no boundaries. 2 a.m., 6 a.m., Sunday afternoon, when you're on vacation, it didn't matter. And we were expected to respond immediately. I built an entire project from scratch, strategy, research, every single detail. She walked into a board meeting and presented it like she'd done it all herself. No credit, no mention, not even a simple thank you. When I asked her about it later, she said, "Don't worry about who gets the credit. We're a team here." You ever get one of those emails, just 3 words? Come see me. No subject, no context, just dread in the pit of your stomach. That's how Jane led, through fear, anxiety, and ultimatums. Nothing was ever good enough. She was so quick to point out mistakes in front of the whole team, but public praise, it didn't happen. And yet she ended every scathing email with the words, "I appreciate you." Even now, those words make me nauseous. How can you make me feel incompetent and worthless and have the nerve to thank me for it? Once I took the afternoon off to attend a funeral and I left my phone in the car. When the service ended 45 minutes later, I had 52 text messages and 33 missed calls, all from Jane. A situation had come up. It was a situation that Jane could have handled, one that 10 other people could have handled. But instead, I walked out of the funeral service and I called her. And I was met with an ultimatum. You can either come in now and handle this, or you can resign. And guys, I went in. Not because I was loyal, but because I was just terrified. I didn't have a label for it back then, but Jane was a professional gaslighter. A situation came up at work. We talked through it, just the two of us in her office. She gave me directions on how to handle it. Standard supervisor stuff, right? I followed her instructions to a T. Then her boss got involved. He wasn't happy with how that situation was handled, and that's when Jane threw me under the bus. We sat in that meeting, the three of us. She looked him dead in the face and said, "I never told her to do that." She lied. Straight up lied, and he believed her. I started to defend myself, and she cut me off. "You're confused. Maybe you just misunderstood me." I wasn't confused. I wasn't mistaken. I had done exactly what she told me to do. But in that moment, I started to doubt myself anyway. That's what gaslighting does. It doesn't just rewrite the story, it makes you question everything. And then one day, my body just tapped out. I had a panic attack so bad that I thought I was dying from a heart attack. The doctor ran an EKG, my heart rate was off the charts. And as I sat there, hooked up to wires, guess who called? Hey, I know that you're at the doctor's this morning, but do you think you'll still be able to make it in for staff meeting? That was it. That was the moment that something snapped. As crazy as it sounds, Jane taught me how to lead by showing me exactly what leadership is not. The truth is, Jane was insecure. She was constantly trying to prove herself and refused to let anybody outshine her. She needed to be the best, the brightest, and the smartest person in the room, even if that meant crushing the rest of us. So, what did I learn? Micromanagement isn't leadership, it's fear in a power suit. Real leaders don't shrink others so they can feel taller. They build people up. That's the job. If your team shines, you shine. People can't thrive if they're always in survival mode. And today, I lead completely differently. I champion people. I ask the hard questions. I trust them to do the job that I hired them to do. Because leadership isn't about control, it's about impact. So here's what I'll leave you with. That awful boss, oh yeah, she left some scars. But she also left me with a blueprint of everything that I never want to be. And if you've ever had a boss like that, you're not crazy, you're not weak. You've been through hell and you're still standing. You are stronger than you know, and you deserve so much better. Now, it's your turn. Drop your worst boss story in the comments. No names, just the stories. Let's build the world's biggest virtual support group, one toxic boss at a time.